All right, we're live. Let me just get on YouTube and get the pop-out chat. YouTube's a little slow this morning. Seems a little slow. Still thinking. Let me do the pop-out. Still thinking. Okay, there's the pop-out. Get rid of that. Put the pop-out in. I just wanted to start this morning, guys, a few minutes early. One of our good friends, Matthew Olson, a lot of you know who he is, Chainsaw Guy, lost his dad a couple days ago. And even though we spoke a little bit yesterday, he had a little bit of a stream. I just want to express my condolences again to Matt and his family. His father was a dentist just like Matt. And from what I hear, a great guy. So condolences again to you, Matt. You know I'm close by. So if you need anything, let me know. But just, again, condolences to the Matt Olson family and friends on the passing of Matt's dad. So I just want to start with that because Matt's a good guy, and I know he always has us in his thoughts and prayers when things are going good and bad. So that's to you, Matt. All right, let's see. Today, what is going on? A lot of stuff in the driveway. Who do we have here? We got Allie Mack. Good morning, Allie. Just sharing the love, Allie, yesterday. So thank you for helping me with that intro. I'm just trying to pay a little bit forward. That's all. Hagry, good morning. Harry, how's it going? Steve, good morning. Hopefully everything's okay up north there. Oil Tech, good morning. Snobby, hello, buddy. How's everything going? All right, let me throw the link out there. Let me see what got going on. Well, no, just hold on. What's going on right now? Everyone's always asking me what's in the shop. This week, I've got a pressure washer leaking fuel that just needs a needle and seat. And just FYI, most of the Briggs overhead valve engines will use the same needle and seat as the Briggs Quantum, that red seat. So just an FYI, I have an Echo PAS225 power head that powers trimmers and all that stuff. Same thing with those rotary carburetors. You give it gas, it just goes blah, blah. There's no real adjustments on it unless you know to look for the plastic plug, the black plastic plug on the side of the carburetor. You drill that out. Good morning, Dusty. How you doing, babe? You drill out the plastic plug. There's a brass screw underneath, and you can actually adjust it. So I'm going to do a video on that. That's a good thing to know. And lastly, the Frankenmower is back, and it's got internal issues now, sticking valves and all that. Instead of screwing with it, I'm going to take a Toro mower that I have. I have some extra ones just laying around. I'm going to get one cleaned up and just give it to the guy because I don't like callbacks. This engine, I don't know what the guy who had it did to it. He paid too much money for it. You don't want to work on a lot of people's screw-ups and mistakes. So at this point, I'm just going to give him a mower that works, something that's dependable. And if he wants to throw me a few dollars, fine. So other than that, I just want to keep the guy happy. That's all. All right. So let me throw the link in here and see what we got. Boom. There goes the link. And we'll see what is going on. Yeah, Dusty, there were a few of you guys, the guys that helped me a bunch and have helped me a lot. I just threw some love out there yesterday. You know, pretty simple to do. I had a decent week. So thanks to all you guys who helped me, and hopefully I can help you guys. So that's all. We share the love, I call it. How's that? Share the love. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, UK. Oh, I'm sorry. UK, you guys are at 7. Oh, no, actually, you're ahead of us. So it's 8 o'clock here, which means normally it's 1 p.m. your time. So that means it's noon your time. You got to sleep in an extra hour this morning. Okay. That's right. See, we change next weekend. November 1st is when we change. So no problem, Allie. Like I said, as long as I can do something, I'll do it. No worries, my friend. Um, but yeah, you guys, I'm wondering, is it all of Europe that changed, or was it just certain countries? Because I know I said we change next week, and I know you guys in England changed this morning. I don't know about anybody else in the world, but anywho, hopefully you enjoyed your extra hour of sleep, and could have a nice day today. I hope it's not still torrential raining out there. I mean, when Mick was doing his thing yesterday, it sounded like there was a monsoon going on out there with the rain on his roof, on his shed roof. So hopefully you guys are starting to dry out. We got a little bit of rain past few days. It's not been too bad, but it's starting to be fall. It was actually in the high 30s last night, so it got a little bit cold. So we're gonna have to start taking in some of the plants and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, rain is good, but this time of year when it's cold, just makes it more miserable, you know. I do a lot of my work outside like you, Allie, and when it starts raining like that, it sort of puts a hamper on it. And yeah, you can put a tent up or something like that, but the ground's still wet, you know, still nasty, you know. That's all. But yeah, like I said, anybody want to come up, feel free. Wonder where Sparky is. Usually Sparky's in there. Scott Keller. Good morning, Scott. Hope everything is good. Let's see. There is the link. Oh, I got in touch, or somebody got in touch with me. I got in touch with them last night talking about microphones. So later on, if anyone wants to talk about microphones, there's a guy that I follow. He's in the same state as me, Connecticut. He does a lot of the old Gravely tractors. His name is DK Tractors and Stuff. I'll post a link later. If you like the old Graveleys and some of the old tractors, he's into it. And just giving him a shout out. He's a great guy. His name's Ken, like me. And we'll go for, oh, Allie Mack. Touch your nose, Allie. Beauty.
How you doing, Ken?
Good afternoon. Did you guys change clocks too?
Yeah, just changed this morning. Tina actually said to me, she says, "Oh, I think I forgot to change the clock." So, but it did change, yeah.
Yeah, we change next weekend, Halloween or November 1st or whatever. But it just gets kind of depressing though, because then you get like I'll get out of work at 4:00 and it's dark. And it's like dark. I go in the morning, it's dark. It's like there is no day anymore.
Yeah, in the morning it's dark.
Yeah. So still raining out your way or what?
Yeah, it's raining now. Horrible. Horrible, as Tina said.
Yeah, that puts a damper on it. I got all the equipment driveway. Crazy.
Windy today too. Forecast is for more rain and wind. So
Scotty Keller saying it's snowing up there in New York. Wow. It got to about 38 degrees Fahrenheit here, so no snow yet, but I know Canada has been getting it.
I spoke to my brother yesterday, and he lives 86 miles away from me, and he said it was sleet with him, like, so he's up north, like, well, on the northwest coast, like,
Still in Scotland, though, or?
Yeah, still in Scotland. I just further up, more into the mountains.
Okay.
I say the mountains. He lives next to the sea, but he's about 100 foot above sea level or something.
Yeah, most of you guys around there have some seaway next to you, right? For the most part.
I'm on the east coast. He's on.
You're Inverness, right? Inverness.
I'm in the capital.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like
you're by Loch Ness, right?
Yeah, 10 minutes. 10 minutes that way will take me to that way, right? Will take me to the Loch Ness, and if I go over that way, I'll be beside the river. I don't live very far away from the river.
Okay. Nice.
I think when I was doing my drive about in the car, I think I actually went over to the river. So it's not that far away.
Yeah. Beautiful country, though. I tell you that.
Oh, and really, when we got nice weather, it can be really, really nice. And it makes it nice to work outside.
Hey, Scotty. Good morning.
No, it ain't snowing here. It looks like it's snowing around you, your avatar, I said. Look at your avatar. It does. Your left arm looks like it's covered in snow.
Yeah, for some reason, the green screen that comes free with the StreamYard, I don't know why, but I can't. Maybe I think it's because of what I'm using. It's almost like a green shower curtain. It's like opaque, so you don't get a real dark green. I've tried felt. I've tried different things, but I haven't gotten a perfect fabric or whatever that works good.
The light behind it,
That too, yeah. I mean, the sun comes up in that direction, yeah, so I'm going to get the glare. But where you see the picture is where the fabric is doubled up, so it's a little bit thicker, a little bit more green. So whatever, it's better than having looking at my inside of my house, So that's all right.
I don't mind anybody looking inside my house.
Yeah.
It doesn't really bother me.
No big deal. Dick Small Engines. Good morning, Dick. Or should I say Arthur? I always like to call him Arthur. Arthur Shelby.
Morning, Dick. Good afternoon,
yeah. So, like I said, what's the weather up there, Briggs?
36 degrees.
Yeah, I think it's 43 here. If I'm not mistaken. It got 38 last night, so it wasn't too bad. But no snow yet. It's just I got one pressure washer outside, and I got to remember it's 37 right now. I got to watch because I don't want that pressure washer to crack. I always take the water out and I blow it out and all that, but God forbid, it doesn't take much of a good freeze to crack a pressure washer. So
I use RTDs and a freeze in mine.
I nearly bought one this morning for 20 quid.
Gas or electric?
Gas, petrol.
Yeah.
It's got I think it's a lot of Briggs and Stratton that's on it, but the lance is broken. But I've got a lance, So, but the guy said, there's supposed to be someone coming to collect it. So I said, well, if he doesn't turn up, I says, just send me a message, and I'll come and get it.
Sure.
I've always wanted one for washing the car. It's handy to have.
Sure.
I had an electric one before, and I don't know what happened to it. And we lost something. We lost a part of it or something.
There was a part missing of it.
It's great for cleaning off the grease too, especially when you're working on an engine.
Aye.
Save me buying one.
South Texas. Welcome, South Texas. Got a question for me. Do I use 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch impact dryer for every day? Lawnmower blade. When it comes to lawnmower blades, I love the Milwaukee 1/2 inch impact. It's probably the most expensive tool I own, in that it's about $300 for the tool and another, say, $100 for the battery. But I tell you, that thing will take the lug nuts off a Mack truck. I love the thing. Love it. It bit me yesterday, though, Allie. The other day. I was on the Frankenmower, and I wanted to take the flywheel nut off the Frankenmower. Then this mower has been sitting outside for so long. There was so much rust and everything else. I didn't squirt it or anything. And that nut, when that Milwaukee went on it, ripped every thread out of it. It just that Milwaukee doesn't talk back. It just goes.
No, I've got a subframe bolt over there, and it did the exact same thing to that. It snapped the subframe bolt.
Yep. My buddy snapped off 2 lug nuts with the Milwaukee, rated for like 1,000 foot-pounds or something. They have bigger ones. I saw the Milwaukee have a 3/4 and a 1 inch impact, but they're using commercial trucks, I guess. But crazy.
I rate them quite high myself. I mean, compared to the other ones I've used, I see a lot of people using the DeWalt's, and personally, I don't think that is good, but that's just me personally.
I see our friend Matthew's on again. Matthew, condolences on the death of your father, my friend. If you need anything, let me know. We're there for you, pal. So, definitely, if you need anything, shout out to me. I'm there. Craigie, good morning. How you doing, brother Craig? Craig is there. But to answer South Texas' question again, I have a Makita. I have a 3/8 impact I use all the time for most of my stuff. I don't have any 1/4 inch cordless. I have 3/8 and 1/2 Milwaukee and Makita. And just because I know a guy who sells them and I got a decent deal, but still expensive. I mean, you're not going to get real big deals on the 1/2 inch impact Milwaukee stuff because they're very popular and they're very expensive. But you get what you pay for. You do.
For the Milwaukee one over here, you can get the grinder and the 1/2 inch gun for £300.
That's
which is a good deal. With
a battery or just tools?
One battery, I think.
That's not bad. I ended up buying a 5 amp hour battery and the charger for $200. And I'll be honest, I've charged it once in a year, and I use it all the time. It really holds the charge. I can't complain. So that's all.
they're definitely handy. Like, I mean, I'd be lost without it.
Definitely. Oh, I don't know what I did. I had Porter Cable cordless stuff years ago, but that's when it was 12 volt and you just didn't have the torque and the batteries didn't last. So now the newer lithium ion and all that stuff, it's incredible.
Longer, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. You can't beat. Look at my mother bought me for my birthday that finally got here. I'm like, what am I going to do with this?
What is it?
Oh, good.
Oh, a Black & Decker battery chainsaw.
Battery chainsaw.
Little trimming, that's all. Hey, it's a thought that counts, Briggs, right?
Oh, I know. I just think it's funny, but it actually, that's all it runs on is a little 20 volt.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, it'll come in handy when you're out in the backyard and all like, morning, Mick.
Morning.
So
it actually works.
Looks all right. Be all right for cutting bushes, eh?
Oh, yeah, little stuff. You know?
Oh, yeah.
My brother uses electric all the time. Swears by it, eh? He's got a petrol Echo, eh? But I serviced it and that for him, and he hardly ever uses it. And he cuts what, I don't know, 10 ton of wood. You know, as a wood burner he uses. You know, so
I think
it's by electric.
It's good for it's good for anything I can cut with a bow saw. That's the way I look at it.
We had a question, a chainsaw question on there. I think Maddie answered it, but I want to take a quick look. Excuse me. I tell you, Mick, you were saying the other day, these, and Snobby was saying too, the comments jump around a lot. I'm looking, then all of a sudden it disappears. You know?
It's been glitchy for a couple of days.
Yeah. Thomas Cronuck. I need to tighten the rails on my bar. How much greater should the gap be than the drive link? When he says the gap, well, I mean, what I do, I mean, I don't know if this has anything to do with what you're asking, but you always hold up the bar when you're tightening the rail because you want to make sure when you're putting it into the wood, it doesn't loosen because of the force on it. So hold up the bar like you're in the cutting position, and as long as it can pull a 1/4 inch and then snap back into the rail, you're good. I don't know if that answers the question, but that's what I
always tip my saw forward, Ken, with the bar loosened off slightly. Just so I grab hold of a handle, tip the handle up, which pushes the saw down and then do it up. Yeah, stops the slack, doesn't it?
Yeah, and sometimes they sell those chainsaw vices that are just shaped like an H, and you tighten on the bar, and that way when you lay it down, it automatically puts the pressure on it. You know, so either way. But what's up with you, Mick? What's going on?
Not a lot, mate. Not a lot. Had an extra hour in bed, which was nice. But I woke up. Mrs. P went to work, and I woke up with little Riley boy in my bed beside me. So we got out of bed about 10:30 this morning. Right, nice little lay in. He was snoring his head off. So,
well, you got the extra hour too, right? So.
Yeah, definitely got it this year. Didn't last year, but Riley boy was nestled up beside me, and he was fast asleep. So I carried on sleeping. So yeah, nice.
There you go. Matt, if you want to clarify, I'm trying to, let me see. Gap should only be 3 to 5 thou wider than the thick. Oh, the gap in the bar. I'm sorry. When the bar, the gap of the rail, when the rail internally, you have your links that align in the rail. Yeah. The bars start to spread after time.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what he meant. All right. That's what he meant. I mean, like Matt said, if it starts to bend, I mean, get another bar. I mean, I file down the outside of it because those burrs, I don't know if anyone's ever gotten a chainsaw bar burr sliver. They are not fun. When people take their hand and go like this with the chain and the bar has a burr on it, oh my God, those slivers hurt.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. About 5,000's greater, Maddie says. Okay, good. Thanks for the advice, Maddie. But hey, Ralph Morick, Mr. What do they call him? Burn and pour with his foundry stuff. It was funny. The first time I met Ralph online in one of the chats, he's sitting there. He wasn't doing any talking, and I saw this look like a snowman, and I said, "The heck is that?" I thought maybe like it was one of these tchotchke things or whatever. No, it was wire. And he sits there all day and he's doing the wire. I didn't know what it was. It was wire.
Copper. Copper ball.
I tell you,
Mr.
He's like the king of electronic recycling. I love watching Ralph do that. Hey, Riley boy, good morning.
There's Riley, Mick's boss.
Hey, Mr. Briggs said that.
Hi, baby. Hi, Toby.
Snobby's not there. That's Ali, Ken, and Mr. Briggs.
Yeah.
Toby.
No, that's not Snobby. That's Ken.
Ken?
Hello.
Where's my boy?
Roy's not here.
Oh well.
Oh well.
That's your boss,
wait.
Mick.
That's a
Couple more
managing
people
director.
in the basement. Hold on, guys. Let me see who else is in the basement. Hold on. Couple more people. Oop. Let me see. I tell you, sometimes this Chromebook is a pain trying to figure out who's there. Hold on. Come on. It's not working for me. Hold on.
I think
There's
that's
two
Jeff.
people in the basement. I'm trying to look at them, but I can't find the gray bar. There we go. All right.
That
All
Jeff
right.
was.
All right, hold on. We got
using
Mr.
time, but
Matthew
not
Olson. Hold on. There he comes.
Hiya, Manny.
And then,
Morning.
That's Matthew.
Hi.
Morning, guys. How are you?
I'm
Right,
okay.
Good.
Oh, it's a
Hope you're
dentist.
doing all right.
What's he got?
I was just going to mention about the bars that if you got a chainsaw bar that's just that loose, there's a lot of guys that used to refurbish bars and whatnot. I just don't think there's much point anymore. Most of the bars are pretty inexpensive. So
Yeah.
just get a
I
new
would
one,
think-
man.
I
Yeah,
replaced
the guy on
that,
the West Coast does that,
one
man.
of my
That
brothers,
chainsaw guy. He does it. But like you said,
Yeah,
you just spend half the amount of money of a new one, right?
Well, you can also take, if you have a bar with an 050 or an 058, you can ream that out to 063 or whatever, and then just run 063 chain. But if you're running
Yeah.
063 and it's all splayed out, for
Yeah.
Pete's sake, just get a new bar. You know,
Yeah, it's split out for
so
a reason. Yeah.
you know, and get the nice ones. Get one of the Sujaharas or something like that. The rails are much harder. The steel is just much better. So
The Oregon one I put on my brother's saw, I think, seemed all right.
He
It's
definitely
all right
give you
for
a pay
money,
for.
yeah.
That's all. Yeah, like I said, Matt, if you need anything, let me know. I'm close. So
yeah, I got some goodies that I think you're gonna want, and we got to get rid of some stuff anyway, and I think you're gonna be really interested. So I'm gonna sign off here and say howdy and good morning to everybody, and I'm out, but we will be in touch. I'm gonna go get some TIG welding equipment this morning and see if we can play with a TIG welder.
there you go.
All the
All
best, Matt. All the best, mate. Chin up.
Take care, Matty.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Take care.
Yeah, those that didn't know, Matty had lost his dad the other day, so it's been kind of somber
That's
around
tough.
the
Yeah,
Wilson household.
that's
So
tough.
Thomas, good morning. How you doing, buddy?
Okay.
Who else? We got some new names up here, I think. Hold on. Who we got? Is Riley still there, Mac?
Just gonna go get his drink. He's forgotten his juice. So it's Ken. Go get your drink, buddy boy, and come back.
Craig, good morning. Twisted V, Mark, good morning. Thomas, good morning again. Hopefully that helped you out. Let's see. So what's everybody working on, Mick? You got anything on the bench today?
No, day off today, mate. I worked really hard last week getting some videos all uploaded, edited, and ready to go. So I've got about 15 videos all done. So no, day off today, Ken.
Good. That's always
Day
good
off
to
today.
have.
I've got
What'd
loads
you
to get on
say,
with.
Mrs. is working, or?
Yeah, Mrs. P's working. Yeah, she works a Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So she's working today. So it's an ideal day for me to do something because Nana's indoors with Riley, so I can get on down the shed. But it's crap down here. It's lashing with rain. It could even be thundering in a bit by the looks of it. So I've got loads I can get on with, but just have no real desire to do a lot today.
Yeah. Well, you said it poured like crazy yesterday. We could hear it on your roof.
It's raining now. It's just come
Oh,
over
wow.
again. Yeah, just
Great.
copping it again.
Wow.
That's raining here.
Yeah, we're all copping it.
What about your way, Thomas?
That rain up here, though.
It's cloudy.
Yeah, we're
Say
cold.
that again. I missed that.
I'm saying it does nothing but rain up here. We're kind of
Yeah.
used to it. That's what when winter starts, it starts raining.
Yeah, it don't rain. It
Should
don't
dry
rain down
out a
in
bit, yeah.
Bognor. It don't rain a lot down here. To be fair, it is a sunny coast, but Past couple of days, it's just been crap. Just can't get nothing done because the ground is so hard. When it does rain, it don't soak away nowhere. That's a problem. So the lawn is absolutely stuffed. So yeah, stay up.
Yeah, 37 here. It's a little chilly. Oh man, what's your day like, Briggs? What do you got going?
I'm gonna go deer hunting.
Oh yeah,
good lad.
How long does a deer last in your house, food wise?
About a month.
Depends how big it is.
Well, I know what's his name, Twisted V. Mark over there was saying that there's a little like a baby deer. I think you were on there too, Briggs, where the deer wants to play with his dogs and it thinks it's domesticated, and they're just wondering for the day when they go out there and it's gone and someone has it on the dinner table. You know.
Do you have so many tags, Briggs? Do you have so many tags a year to use, or is it an open cull season, or what is it?
It's we go up to a family farm. I got 45 nuisance permits, so I get to shoot as many as I want.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
I can go off season. I don't have a season.
Yeah, down here it's generally a cold season down this neck of the woods. So you can only take out what needs to come out, really.
Yeah, there's 2 limit down here by us, just a limit of 2. So.
Well, don't you have both? We got if regular hunting season, I can take 2 per bow and 2 for shotgun.
Both season, powder. There's a season, and then regular. Yeah, so it's like 3 seasons. Yeah,
not down here. You can't do that down here.
Well, you're a lot more congested, right, Mick, with people versus animals.
We don't tend to use bows and what have you down this neck of the woods.
No.
Nah, it's mainly guns up here too.
Yeah, rifles.
A lot of powder here. A lot of guys still use the old powder. You know.
I use black powder.
Yeah.
Lots of places in the UK, they won't actually allow you to shoot deer unless you go not on a training course, but you have to prove yourself to be able to kill cleanly before they'll even let you loose hunting deer anyway.
Yeah, the rangers here, if they see something inhumane, like you said, they'll give you a ticket.
Oh, you get done for that. Yeah.
The boss is back.
Yeah, he's back. He's got his juice. There he is.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
He's back.
Welcome to Echo.
There isn't an echo. The only echo they can hear is your voice yapping.
Daddy, you're doing a walk.
Oh, Thomas is very quiet. Thomas is shy.
Riley, guess who just signed on, Riley? Your buddy, Father Christmas. Father Christmas.
Snobby?
No, Ken said it's Puller Bear Ed's coming, Santa.
Cole, do you hear me? Come on. Cole, do you hear me?
We'll see who else wants to come up.
He said, Thomas, do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
There you go. We can hear you.
What are you doing? Oh, my mum.
What are you doing? Where's your mum? What's she doing? What day is it? Yeah.
40.
Yeah. It's not very nice. Yeah, it's lashing down the rain. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what we got. Look, let me show you. That's what we got.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's lashing down.
Yeah. Now is that going to last all day?
It's supposed to last all day, mate. Yeah, it's supposed to be until the day. Yeah.
Thomas needs to dress up as Ben Franklin on Halloween because he's just like Ben Franklin. He's got that pipe in his mouth. So that's what Ben Franklin was known for.
Well, didn't he invent the spectacles too? The little,
Yep. So he can put the spectacles on and put a wig on and dress like Ben Franklin. Then he could be like Ben Franklin, chase all the girls. Ben Franklin was quite the womanizer.
Well, him and Jefferson, right?
Yep.
We'll send him down to Williamsburg, entertain the ladies.
There you go. I go there every year, but I didn't go this year because of COVID.
Yeah, but no, Williamsburg is nice. I like that place. But anyway, the link is there. Anybody wants to come up? So, Al, you working on anything today, or just waiting and sitting around the rain?
Just sitting around the house Sunday. Don't do much on a Sunday.
Yeah. Well, here, like I said, 1 p.m. Once 1 p.m. hits, it's American football, and I'm done. So I don't care who's in the driveway waiting for something. Football.
try and buy stuff on Facebook Marketplace
For a current
find your
project or
deals,
future?
just stuff to work on there.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, one who's real good at doing that, like eBay and stuff like that.
Stuff
Matt
to flip,
Olson.
usually, yeah.
Yep. Matt Olson will go on there and find a part, and he'll know it's worth $100. He'll pay $6 for it. You know, and he called it unobtainium, and what else? I think, yeah. What does he call it? Unobtainium and not availabilium or something. All the parts he won't make anymore.
Wow. Can you hear that? That's proper giving it some.
Oh yeah.
Oh
You
yeah.
got some of that Scottish rain.
Yeah, we got some of that proper rain coming down. That's the stuff you don't want to get caught in.
Is that tin roof?
No, it's wood. No, it's a wooden roof with
wow.
felt on it. But that's proper raining.
Chatting it
Oh
down,
my lord! Put my mic on mute. I can't even myself think.
Dick said hello to you and Riley, Mick. But yeah, I got up late today. No food or coffee yet. That's why I'm dying. I gotta have my coffee. Oh,
I like you made me coffee there just now.
You old ready to go hunting, old man? Hmm?
Oh, he goes with you?
Oh yeah.
Wow. You'd have to build an ark, Mick. Looks like it's coming down pretty good. Hey, Mick, I was going to ask you. There's a guy that I follow. He's called DK Tractors and Stuff. I gave a little shout out to him this morning. He has a lot of good videos on like old Graveleys and things like that. But what happens is he'll start out the video, he'll start talking, and then his intro will come on, and man, it's like 5 times louder than his voice. All right.
And
then once the intro's done, well, then he'll start talking, and then he'll put theme music into his video, and that's like 10 times louder. And I'll be honest, it scares the crap out of me at night when I have the volume down low. It's so much louder. Is there anything like, would a remote mic help that, or what?
Well, you can get rid of it via the editing software. So what you can do is you can insert. It depends on what editing software you got, but it's the same problem for me when I fire a lawnmower up and I want to talk whilst the machine's firing. You can on my editing software, you can just reduce the engine noise. You can just pick that out and reduce the engine noise down. So you can do it. You can turn volumes down and volumes up as per. But it all depends on the editing software you've got. I know that Jason Pate, he used to have music on in his background, and it was a bit too loud. So you can manipulate it.
Yeah. I saw. It looked like Conker was in the basement, but then he disappeared. So I don't know if that's him or a troll.
He probably fell off a chair.
Good morning, Stanley. How you doing, pal? Yeah, Polar Bear Ed. No, Ed, yours are pretty good. I don't have a problem with yours.
Ed's last video was really good.
Yeah. See, Conker's coming up in the basement, then he disappears. I mean, it's like the third time.
That's not unusual for Conker. Last night he went yellow for some reason. He went all jaundiced on us last night. Didn't touch nothing. He went all jaundiced.
Well, it reminded me. Remember David last week?
It was really bad. My stream was terrible last night. I don't know what was going on.
Oh my god! In and out.
Oh
yeah.
my lord! Glitches was terrible.
Yep.
And I think I'm going to buy Tim Palmer a bottle of WD-40 or some 3-in-1 so he can grease the hinges on his laptop.
Oh man! Yeah, heard every keystroke, right?
There's a bit of oil on there on the old hinge.
Come on, Conker, try it again. 4th time's a charm. Let's go.
Well, that's a garden watered for the week.
Now, does your garden still grow now, even though it's colder?
Say again, Ken.
Does your garden still grow these next few weeks, or is it too cold?
Yeah, to be fair, over here in the UK, we don't really have seasons quite anymore. Mm-hmm. People are still cutting grass. 2 years ago, I was cutting grass semi-professionally, and I was still cutting it into December, about 14th of December.
Wow.
But you've only got to look around you. A lot of the leaves are still on the trees. A lot of the animals, the pigeons, are having 2 or 3 clutches a year. They've still got sticks in their mouths. The foxes are having cubs all year round now. So it's not really a season so much. So the grass is still growing. I cut my grass 2 weeks ago. You could do another cut now, and we're sort of October, so it should be slowing down, but it is still growing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it stopped up here, Mick. No cut, no grass up here.
What a kerfuffle.
Nothing growing up here.
Yeah, it is down here, Ali. It is down here. So we
Too
are.
cold up here, Mick. We got snow on the mountains and everything, mate. Eh?
Yeah, definitely. We don't get the temperatures down here. Minus 10's about a week.
We get liquid snow, Ali.
What's that, Conker?
We get liquid snow. It's called rain.
Well, that's what we've got today. Liquid snow, rain. But if you go higher up, I'm down in the valley, so you go out, climb out Inverness, you'll get snow.
It's just starting here again. You got it yours yet, Mick?
Oh, we've had it here for about an hour and a half, mate. It's absolutely lashing down here.
Yeah, it's flooded my garage last night. My workshop.
I thought you weatherproofed it with oil on the floor.
No, that's on the shirt, Mick.
And up the wall.
There goes a rib.
No. I'm glad you can.
You got to put that shirt on eBay, Conk, because people are going to see that. If you put Top Conker oil shirt, you'll make some money.
It's a limited edition, mate.
I'm telling you. You laugh.
There's only 28 of them.
Out there.
Conker, you are
out there that will buy. Hey, just like Henry Ford used to say, there's a butt for every seat. Someone will buy anything, right?
Yeah, Mick, by the way, mate, keep an eye out on your postman end of the week.
Keep an eye on my postman. Why? What they done then?
I'll say nothing, mate.
If you
Ken, you were talking last night. I emailed you, mate, and I don't know if you picked up or not. Regarding those idle jets that you can get hold of.
I'm looking for them.
We just can't get hold of them, mate.
I can definitely get the big ones.
Actually, I received an email after my stream last night from Stuart, and Stuart sent me some links, Conk, to eBay places, and you can't just buy the jet, unfortunately. You have to buy the entire kit, but the entire kits do come with the slow running jet as well. Main running jet, emulsion tube, slow running jet, needles, a whole lot. So you can buy them.
Okay, you send us a link, mate.
There is a Briggs part number for the 4 size of those pilot jets. You can buy them individually, but they're $14 a piece. How much is that kit?
You can buy this kit is good for the GX 160s 200 5.5 6 horsepower replacements for a Honda, and there's multitude of engines you can buy them for. So a complete kit: emulsion tube, main jet, bottom O-ring, top O-ring, fuel mixture valve, fuel tap gasket and plug, the 2 springs, needle seats, all of that for £3.60.
Oh, send us a link, Mick, please.
Well, the link won't help you, buddy. That's what I'm saying. The link is for a GX 160 Honda. So what you have to do, you'll have to just punch in. It comes under. To come under.
It might fit though, Mick. They may fit.
Well, it's a 5.5, 6.5.
They came in 3 different sizes.
We don't really get a lot of 5.5 and 6s over here on the self-propelled push. You see that they are slightly bigger engines. But if you just punch in carburetor gasket kit for Honda or for Briggs, it should then come up, Phil. So you can get them for £3. I mean, that's worth doing. You get a spare emulsion tube and a spare main jet as well. That's worth doing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but it's kind of saying there's 3 separate sizes. I mean, I presume what we're using, we're using a standard size, Mick, aren't we, on ours?
No, there'll still be bigger sizes because don't forget you've got your GX 135, GX 160, GX 190, GX 200s. So they're all different sizes, and the slow running jet they run at different rates. Like the 190, for instance, the GX 190. That will run at a higher rate. That's a 6.5 horse. So that's got a power rotor, clutches, and that sort of stuff. So You can put a GX 160 on a GX 190, but you can't put a GX 135 on because the carb is different.
Right. Okay. If life was only simple, eh?
If only that. If it is that simple, everyone would do it, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. By the way, these spots are not oil. This rain, Ken. This is rain, not oil.
I have a friend of mine who's a Honda mechanic. Actually, I'm going to ask him if he could get me all the part numbers of the Honda and which ones they fit. Hopefully, he can help me out.
That'd be good.
What about will they fit the knockoffs? And Ken, you know
they usually do. But Mick, was that a generic Wuhan kit or was it a genuine Honda kit?
Let's have a look. What you got to remember is, Phil, is that the Wuhan stuff that's coming out, that's all based on copies from a genuine, you know, and they have, because they're patent protected, all they do is they just slightly change the design. So
yeah,
I would say they do fit. The holes should be the same diameter.
Yeah, is it HP? What's it we use? Mostly HP 116, something, isn't it?
165s.
HP 165, is it?
Yeah. So this is Honda. Fits Honda. It doesn't say genuine, and I'm guessing at £3.60, it ain't going to be genuine.
Yeah,
because it say China or coming from somewhere out there.
It's a replacement OEM part for so and so. It's not genuine. It's a replacement part.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We'll have a look. At that price, it's worth taking a punt on it, isn't it?
And also, someone sent me last night. Who was that? Was that Stuart as well? Someone sent me. That was the same person. Someone sent me something else. There you go. You can also buy, which I didn't think you could, just the O-rings for the slow-running jets as well on their own.
Now that is useful because they're often the ones that.
I've got a link to that. 2 times idle jet O-rings fit Honda GX 120, 140, 160, 200, 240. So that's the bigger ends. You want the smaller end ones. I dare say they're on here. So you can buy them as well.
And then what they just marked up is idle jet O-rings, are they?
It's marked up as idle jet O-rings fits Honda GX. Then it lists them. I dare say if I go to the actual owner of the site, view his other items. It's under a company called Small Plant Repairs. There you go. There's one there. Carburetor idle jet. £4.95.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah. Got it.
One thing you have to find out, Mick, what I do with O-rings, especially with Tecumseh, even though you don't like Tecumseh uses a lot of O-rings in their carburetors, and it's basically just a standard, I think it's called a 006 or 003 O-ring. I can get a bag of 100 for $1.
Yeah, okay. I've got a big box of O-rings here.
Yeah, we all get the kit, that blue box or the red box. Yeah, yep.
That's it. And two of the O-rings here, which you can see. This one here, the one that's gone. Where is it? There, where it's been used up. They're the ones that fit it. So you can buy them. The only problem is that some of the kits you find, they're not petrol resistant. That's the only problem.
Yep. So you can also buy a Viton kit, Mick. If you notice, there's a red box that has the US for the standard. The blue box is the metric. They also offer a green box, which is all Viton. So you could get that. Snobby's on there. Thomas, throw you down in the basement for a minute.
So you can get them. You can get them, Conk, which is quite handy because it does save putting on replacement car, a replacement SV 200 carburetor. What's that? They're about 40 quid when we're not on sale. Yeah, you know, so you can get them.
Hold on, Snob. Hey, here, Top to Conker. Did you talk to Snobby this morning?
Sorry, Ken.
At all? Did you talk to Snobby this morning?
No, because
the same woman who dressed you dressed Snobby. You're gonna see it. Watch. Hold on. It's got to be Charlie Brown T-shirt day.
Ken, there's a slight difference. Snobby's better looking than me.
Far better looking. Far better looking.
Yeah, he also got 20 years younger than him. But you'll catch up.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, Snobby, Here's the future.
The future is not very bright, then, is it?
I only have to look down. And
It's better than the alternative, Mick. I'll
So,
tell you that.
Snobby, where's the soccer match you're refereeing this afternoon?
It looks like water polo.
I couldn't resist it. I could not resist it. I did want a pink one though, but the best I could find.
I actually looked for a pink one the other day, but it's the wrong season.
Hello, everyone in the chat that I've missed. I've just dropped a load, you see.
Yeah, hi guys. If I've not been a bit rude. Hi.
So that parcel you sent, Conker, that hasn't got a peach-coloured T-shirt in it, has it?
Might have.
It don't want to. I'll use it for oily rags if it is.
Who said it hasn't already been used for oily rags?
Yeah.
Most
So,
of them
Snobby,
have.
do you plan on getting oil spilled on it today?
No, I haven't been out there today. It's I've just picked up. I said to Mick, picked up a nice Makita yesterday. I've just had a good look at it. I'm going to have to pull a bit of. That's another question. Makita blue paint. You can actually get that, can you?
Yeah.
Because the guy that I bought it off of, he was obviously very fussy. I mean, the machine is clean as a nut. But he said to me, "Oh, I've knocked it, and a bit of paint come off, so I've sprayed it, but it's a different color." So I'm hoping either spray it or just dab a bit of paint on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go too heavy with it though, Conker.
No, just rub it down. I guess Snobs, yeah, rub it down a bit and then spray it over.
Yep.
Yeah, very lightly. Build it up slowly.
Yeah, I understand. Spray's better than paintbrushing, isn't it?
Well, my son gave me a nice little tip the other day, actually. Obviously, that temperature's dropped now where we are. And he suggested, because I've just done a bit of spraying myself, and he said, get a saucepan and fill it up with hot water and stand the can of spray in the hot water for a while just to warm it up a little bit. So it helps the drying and the spraying as well.
Yeah,
definitely.
That was Mrs. H going through.
Yeah,
I saw that. I heard a tutting noise as she went past.
No, probably mouthful of swear words. The truth were told.
Somebody posted a video the other day asking a question, Snot, because they were spraying a lawnmower deck or something. They hit it with lacquer and it all blistered. But chances are, just because the space he was in wasn't heated enough to activate the paint. So
yeah. Well, I always say, like, at least leave 24 hours to 48 hours to let it really go off hard first. And then, I mean, like the small jobs that we're likely to do, you can spray straight over with a lacquer, but who goes as far as actually rubbing the lacquer down and buffing the lacquer up? No one.
Not me. No, I tend just to spray it, and just before it goes tacky, then I hit it with lacquer, because then it sort of blends in with the paint, and that's what I tend to do.
Yeah.
I mean, this Makita is worth doing because it's well tidy.
Well, is it running?
First pull every time, mate.
All right, we got to sell it yet, Benny. Not your like.
Although, to be fair, I noticed when he started, it did hunt a bit. So I might
have you got van damage insurance on your policy now as well?
Hey, it wasn't my van, mate.
Hey, Phil, was that the tiller? I remember you had that tiller. You said the guy had no way to transport it. Is that the one you were talking about the other day?
That's the one that went in the back of the really expensive Volkswagen van.
He found a way. He found a way to transport it, right through the back of someone's window.
Wow.
He pulled away and then rolled
because
he didn't tie it down, to be honest. Because he pulled away and it tilted backwards and stuck the handle through this 40 quid piece of glass.
Oh my god!
So his £150 fee is gone. I mean, I feel a bit sorry for him, to be honest with you, but same as he said, it's his mistake. So there you go.
Yeah, I know. People come to me and they want to bring stuff away. I try and show them how to tie stuff down, but sometimes people don't want to listen. The worst I had was a guy who had a.
Yeah, I learned one lesson. I can't do any more of those cultivators.
Yeah. Well, it was free.
Well, don't tell everybody.
That's not what you told. That's not what you told me.
I had to
pay £300 for it.
There's cleaning her shoes here.
Cleaning me boots.
You doing what?
Clean
Hey,
her
Ian.
boots.
Clean her boots.
You're not clean on top of his head, Mrs. H. Give that a bit of a buffer.
Leave it.
Well, if I had
Now,
a
is
nice
that the
husband,
same
he could do
boot
it for me.
She did a fine job
Bill,
there.
do you have with that boot on your rear end?
That's why she's polishing it. She's polishing it, getting ready to kick him with
Sorry,
it.
Ken. I'm jumped to hear you. She's making too much noise, polishing her shoes. I a dirty bugger.
Try that on his beard. It might make him look younger.
Hey, Grease in 2000.
Yeah. There you go.
I told you why mine went white, didn't I?
Yeah.
I use
Yeah.
whitening toothpaste.
Yeah.
Because it all dribbles down and it bleaches your beard.
Oh,
Even Ian knows you're full of baloney.
Gosh, I make a lot of noise polishing shoes.
will you shut up?
All right.
Is it now? Well, let me ask you though, Cock. Is that her room you're in?
No, this is my office, mate.
It's her house. What you on
Okay.
about?
Yes, it's
Conk-
my
Oh, yeah,
house.
that's true. That's true.
Conker just squats there.
Conker's a
Don't
tenant.
leave your house, the cheeky mare.
What's behind you, Snobby?
When you start that, no.
He's got all his fishing gear out.
No, behind
Right, I've
Snobby.
finished.
What's behind you, mate?
Oh, Snobby.
Oh,
Hey, what do you
behind
got? Green screen Snob?
me. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to make no sort of big deal out of it or nothing.
Hey,
Wait,
Mr.
is that in
Briggs,
tribute to
it's a
Mr.
picture of
Briggs?
Mr. B.
I know he
Oh,
loves it.
God.
I know he loves it, Mr. Briggs.
This is better than Comedy Central.
Well, I'm listening to that.
Have you got
Live from New York, it's Saturday night.
Is that like a green bit of cloth behind the Snobby when you say green screen or what?
It is. It is. Yes. Yeah. Well,
Put a bit of
Just like I
cloth
had. Well,
it's actually a roller blind.
mine's a green screen.
For a
Oh,
bathroom
okay.
or a kitchen, and it literally goes on a
They look
tripod. I keep meaning to do a little video of it to show you guys exactly how it's set up and how quick and easy it is to put away afterwards. That quick. And
Okay.
It's just a fluoro green roller blind for a kitchen or bathroom.
All right. Okay.
Snob,
Blind.
are you using the StreamYard one, Snob, or an aftermarket green screen?
No, just StreamYard.
Okay. Because I find with mine, if I try and adjust that fade knob, that fade bar, I can either see myself or I can't. There's never a real happy medium, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. You're fading things fine. That's absolutely fine. It's just probably your screen behind you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
a bit thicker, that's all.
today it's actually not too bad. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it might be even better if you close the curtains behind that.
I think there's a light
The problem
behind it.
with
eh?
curtains don't close. They're like decorative curtains that are only about a foot long on either side. So the middle stays open. We have Venetian blinds to let the sun through.
Posh curtains. Posh curtains. You pay
Yeah.
twice as much money for ones that don't work.
I'm telling you, the strings break after about a year, and then you can't do anything with them.
Stanley there. Stop letting your mother stress you in the mornings. Yeah, tell me.
My mother hasn't
I
dressed
tell
me
you,
in 30 years, 40 years.
Phil,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
looking for those shirts at Walmart, and they just don't have them now. It's too cold.
Yeah. Oh, the sun's come out, Mick. We got some sun. Good grief.
No.
We've got about
No,
blue
really,
sky just now, eh?
So, change the topic slightly. With what's going on, I mean, especially for the UK, I don't know how it affects you guys in the States, but Snobby, you're currently tier 2, aren't you?
Yes, we are right
So-
now.
If your situation don't change, what tier are you, Ali? Are you tiering?
Tier 3.
Are you tier 3? Okay.
Yeah,
So
on the
if your situation isn't to change, what does Christmas look like for you guys? Because I just had a debate about it in my house because we have his sister-in-law come round for Christmas with her husband and 2 kids. But obviously
Don't know if
that's
you like, yeah.
more than 6 in the house for us, you see.
Christmas is cancelled here, and so is Halloween.
Aye.
I just do a FaceTime to my mum.
Is that cancelled because the government are saying you can't do it?
No. Yeah.
Well, I know we're not meant to
to
see members of family. I've not been to see my mother since March.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. Because
she only
I
lives like 17 miles away from me.
Yeah.
They just dropped us back down to tier 3. We just dropped down to tier 3. We're in yellow and orange now.
All right, because I had the old sister-in-law on the phone this morning saying about it, and obviously, with me, Mrs. P, the 4 boys, and Nana, that's 7, not to include sister-in-law, her brother, her husband, and their 2 kids. That's 11, which is what we normally have in the house on Christmas. But I've just told her pretty much to go and buy her own turkey because unless things change, then it can't be done.
A lot of people are going to break the rules anyway, Mick, according to the news.
Without a doubt, I think they will. I don't think they're going to relax it just for 2 days, especially if you're in a tier 2 or tier 3 environment. So I just wondered what. There you go. Under 12s don't count in the UK. Apparently, is that a thing?
Mick, is that like a world system? This tier system? Because it's the first I've heard of it.
The UK, I think Scotland bought it out first, and then UK followed suit along with Wales. So
Scotland have extended it though, Mick, haven't they? They've gone up 5 tiers. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
we've got 5 tiers up here.
Yeah.
Until the 2nd of November,
we're tier 3 until the 2nd of November.
Because we normally have we got a little old lady who lives next door to us. We normally have her in for lunch, but well, can't eat all of her at one go. Obviously, you got to have a code the following day, but
can't you just
she's gone now, so we're on our own.
Can't you just poke 4 bricks through the wall and just have her head poking through or something?
she died a year ago, Mick. She's getting a bit stinking now.
Oh, you don't do that.
She won't complain about the food then, right?
So I just wondered, is under 12 a thing then, Snob or Ali? Is that a thing or not?
Well, I don't take much notice of it, to be honest with you, because I just get absolutely fed up I just get fed up with hearing it all. I really do.
Exactly.
Considering now it's been around since like this time last year, and I know it's out there. I believe it's out there, right? I want to see more evidence. I hear a lot of stuff, right? But I'm taking no notice of it because it just drives me up the wall hearing about it every single day. The way that they're trying to make us conform to their rules and regulations. Okay, we've had many more serious viruses in this since I've been alive. Right? Why all of a sudden we've now got to be controlled and dictated to? I'm not one for being dictated to. That's why I couldn't do well in the army. Yeah. If you want to be a dictator, if you feel that way, then go to the army. You can be dictated to all day long. Right?
Yeah,
I've got a dictator as a leader.
So I'm not taking much part in this at all. And not with Dusty. But, if there's a rule where you can only have so many in your household, then that applies to everybody. That's a law, that's a rule. And if I was to see someone do something untoward, especially the
people next door,
then they're going to be known about it. Dusty's not going to bat an eyelid to go out there and say, hey, listen, you cannot have visitors, as simple as that, because it's people like you that are making it hard for us in the first place.
Go on, Snob. Go on, Snob. Go on, Snob.
No, it's true, though. It's true,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's people like that keep mixing, right, and doing things they shouldn't be doing that are then continuously maybe spreading it because they're turned back from Europe, right, willy-nilly. They're going over there, coming back. There's no real tests or anything like that. There's still people coming across on boats every single day, and they're not being quarantined or anything like that. You're not hearing that. You're only hearing what they want you to hear.
Yeah.
So, so they can have that, and I should just carry on living my life how I've done for the last 50 years.
Yeah,
pretty much how I'm coping with. Just carry on doing what I'm doing.
Yes, but being a little bit careful. If I go into a shop, then I'm going to wear a mask. Yeah, just so that I don't get dirty looks from others.
Yeah.
I wear a mask and stuff like that just so people don't go to me, where's your mask? And I've got an exemption. right? I don't need to wear a mask. I've got asthma.
But there's no real proof or evidence that a mask actually stops the spreading of the virus.
I watched a thing the other day about that.
If there was one particular mask that actually stopped it spreading, then we'd all have exactly the same mask. Well, unfortunately, it seems like quite a few people making a huge amount of money selling all various types of masks. So the ones do they work? Don't they work? Who knows?
Well, they have changed. I know they have changed the masks where Mrs. P works. They no longer wear the standard medical mask. I now have the mask with the pre-filters on it as a standard mask now. And they instead of changing the filters, they chuck the whole mask away. You can't clean them. So there are certain masks that the hospital people are now using, and they're not the standard medical masks that you're buying off of eBay or Amazon at the moment.
Yeah, it's class. I think Anne calls it class 3 or something, Mick. It's the top level of it all.
That's it, mate. Yeah, they are using those now, and they're not adjusted. You put them on and you strap them right back.
Well, that's the
PPE's free apparently. Mick.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
something on her phone the other day. I don't know where she got this from, and it was this old girl of 83 years of age, and she said she ain't complying with absolutely nothing. She ain't worried about anything. She's 83 years of age. She's not spending the rest of her life that she has left worrying about it. Simple as that. She's not got enough time to worry about it. She's 83 years old. She could go tomorrow. She could go in another year. She ain't worried. So
I think I saw the same video, Snob. Some lady walking down the road, no mask on, and she said, "I've lived my life. I've only got another 10 years to go maximum. I'm not wasting another day of it."
Yeah.
I see it. Yeah, I see the same video.
It's funny. We go into the restaurants now.
It's a very, very low mortality rate. But the trouble is, one person's too many.
Well, there was a thing come out. I don't think it was Facebook. I think it was actually a web news job. They reckon that the University of Bristol, I think Bristol, have actually found a vaccine which actually does work. Actually does do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, that's the latest one. They've been working on it. They're saying now it works. Yeah, you're right.
They're saying that come Christmas, March, they should be able to roll it out, and they reckon it is actually a positive counter reaction to the COVID vaccine.
I mean, I agree with Snobby. We need some light at the end of the tunnel. We need to get over this and move on. Let's get on with it.
Hell yeah.
There's one thing that I've not really had an answer to, right? And what I keep hearing, if you suspect yourself of having this virus at the moment, you're supposed to hide yourself away for 14 days, right?
Yeah.
Die in your house.
So if you suspect yourself to isolate yourself 14 days, right? Okay. So you phone the doctors up. Is there any form of medication that you can actually get right now and help you in them 14 days that you're in lockdown or isolating yourself?
No.
There's absolutely nothing. So you then put yourself in isolation for 14 days, right? Your symptoms could get absolutely to the point of no return, right? Because you've worried that you might have it and you isolate because you don't want to spread it. So you could actually, in 14 days, get even worse. And there's no medication. So what is that point? I don't get that point. You know, if there's a case that you suspected it and someone came round and give you a test and said, right, you've got it, you need to isolate, we've got medication for you. I don't get that bit. There's a link missing. There's something missing.
I don't understand why they're letting people travel. Like Florida was in lockdown for over a month and a half, and people were still flying from Florida up to New York. Why? Shut the airline down.
Exactly.
It's all money. It's all about the money. I can't just shut it down. It's all about the money, baby, and economy. That's what it's all about.
The economy is the key. That is the key.
It's a bit like your fearless leader
in the basement. If anybody wants to go down, let me know.
Sorry,
it's a bit like your fearless leader, Mr. Briggs, isn't it? Your fearless leader went in with COVID positive test and then came out 2 days later. I don't get that. I don't buy it.
I don't think Trump had COVID. I don't care what anyone says. I think that was a political ploy to get people to feel sorry for him and try and boost his points. That's my opinion. Because I think it was a scam. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but you know. I get the flu bug and forget it, man. I'm down and out for 2 weeks straight and forget it. And COVID is worse than
you get the flu, Mr. B. There's a £50 note 2 foot away from you. You won't bother to touch it. You're feeling that ill. If you've got a full blown flu, you're an ill man.
Well, it got our prime minister, didn't it? It got him, and
done for him. Didn't
he
it?
was out. He was out for 2 weeks, and then he wasn't seen for a further 2 weeks. And when he did come out on a conference, you could hear how wheezy and how short of breath he really was.
Yeah.
It really smacked him for 6, you know. So
yeah,
I don't
It was
know.
a
it's a horrible
ploy.
thing. You get it, man. You basically drown come the end. It's horrible.
Yeah,
Horrible thing.
I just wonder what everyone thought about it. What they were going to do.
Not the COVID that kills you. It's
Common cold.
the pneumonia. My father died of pneumonia. My father had was it meningitis? Not meningitis. Sorry. What's that? No.
Hey, Mr.
From
Briggs,
what I
somebody's asking after
From what
you.
I understand, there's 2 types of the COVID pneumonia, isn't there? There's normal pneumonia, and then you got the bacterial pneumonia, and it's the bacterial one that does the lungs in.
Oh, well, it's my father had leukemia, like, and he got pneumonia. Well, he actually got a cold, and it turned into pneumonia. And it was pneumonia that actually killed him, you know. And he just gradually got worse and worse and worse, to the point where, you know, he was more or less sleeping all the time, you know. So,
well, it seems to me, right, that when this very first started in the UK, we were shown certain items where the virus would stay on it longer, i.e., money, for instance. Well, I'll start with money first, right, and the first one being copper, right. So we have a 2p piece and a 1p piece that back in the day were made with 100% copper. Now they've changed slightly.
Yeah.
There's not as much copper in them as they used to be. Right, and they give you the prediction on how long that virus was actually stay on the item. But then it was stainless steel, right? How long the actual virus would stay on that, right? And then we'd go on to plastics and other items, and how long the virus was actually stay on there. And since that, I've not seen or heard of that anymore. Now, every single day, people use money, right? Every single day, there are millions of people using change money, right?
Yeah.
So this is why we've seen over the last year or so or more, our money has now changed from a paper to almost a full plastic money.
plastic.
Right? Like the only one that hasn't changed at the moment is the £50 note. Yeah, but the 20, the 10, and the 5, they've now gone to a plastic type feel. Yeah, because on paper the virus will probably last a lot longer. So they know already, they've made the changes. And also, I see it that when everything's on lockdown, right, the only way people can spend their money is via plastic, either a card and buy online. Yeah, so they want everybody to be buying online. Yeah, regardless of age, generation, or whatever, so that they can really then trace how much you're spending and what you're doing.
Yeah.
So everybody, there's a camera on every single angle, every single day of what you're doing in your life. And it won't be long before they actually phase out cash money. There won't be cash anymore. It'll be gone.
Absolutely right there.
We'll all have to pay by card. Like your shirt, Sparky.
Oh, you're all stripy shirts on the bottom, man.
Not my fault. Yeah, so Mick, I was talking about it earlier to you.
Trendsetter, Mick.
Anything under 12, you don't count in the UK because we've had to find this out because of the family we've got. And it's just crazy. But the one thing that we have got good news with is luckily they're not going to be where we are. We're not in full lockdown, like I said, not in anything. So we've only got the curfew for 10 o'clock or pubs closed, and that's it.
So if you've got the pubs closing at 10 o'clock, then you're tier 1.
Yeah.
Because pubs closing at 10 o'clock is tier 1 and rule of 6.
I've got a quick question, right? There's 6 guys on the panel, one from the US, right? The others from the UK. Right. So if I was to say, if it all turned to plastic, like credit cards, debit cards, and everything like that, who would stick their hand up and go, yes, I'll agree with that? Get rid of cash.
Not me, because I like to dodge my tax, not me.
I like gosh, it's fun.
Right, so with a roll-on effect of that, right, if they moved it to that you can only pay with card in the future, all these little deals that you do with cash and everything like that could all be eliminated overnight, gone. You would not be able to do it. And this is what I say. This is what I want.
It started off.
They want to stop it all.
It started off with a scrapyard, didn't it? It started off with a scrappies, saying saying that you can no longer take receive cash. You have to have a fixed abode and all this whole stuff. Apart from if you're a traveller, then in which case you no fixed abode, you can then still accept cash, which is kind of weird. Like my camera.
We've got 2 shops down here will only accept a contactless card or bank card only because of the COVID. They don't want cash. They put it specifically signed up to do with COVID rules. They want to take card only. If you've got cash, and we're sorry, we can't take it. And it's like, well, I don't have contactless all the time. We've just got it only about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it's just to start using the shop. It's just crazy.
I don't think down here that they prefer you to use card even during lockdown, but they couldn't refuse cash if that's all you had. They can't refuse it. But I think Snobby is right, and it's already happened. You know, with regards to like the Tesco's Club Point card. You know, you go shopping and then you give your card, don't you, to get your points, and then they're not giving you points. That's not what they're doing. They're recording what you're buying. Yeah, that's what you do.
Recording it all right.
That's right, because when you get your vouchers come through, you get some money off vouchers, and conveniently they're the same brand or next to the same brand, which is more expensive than what you normally buy. So it's all about track and trace. Track and trace.
Yeah. Right.
I'll tell you what, just slightly going off a subject here a little bit, right? But obviously, where me and Dusty are, we're in quite a big built-up area, right? Very, very busy, right? And you guys know that over the last few years, maybe even 10, maybe 15, that the pubs, our general drinking houses have all been shut down, right? For one reason or another, right? You know, and I'm talking that some of these have been listed buildings that have been there for a long, long time, many years, these pubs, and they go overnight, right? And they build an Aldi or a Lidl on them straight away, right?
Yeah.
Now, what we've noticed just recently, because there's still quite a few pubs that have been shut down, boarded up. Somebody is going round and putting great big holes in the roof, right? And I mean like about a 3-foot square hole, and not just one hole, a few. Okay. And then guess what happens?
Rain gets in and damages the property.
No, they get set alight.
Oh yeah.
Right, so that there's a great big air hole, so for a funnel ventilation, and it's burnt down before the firemen even get there. And
so the insurance pays out, maybe.
I could take pictures of 2 pubs that are not that far away from me, less than a mile. Right, one of them has been burnt down already, and it had holes in the roof. And we've noticed another pub now that's someone's been up there and put holes in the roof.
Has it got anything to do with? People like there's a community called Scrapping Community. We're not going around taking the lead off the roof, are they?
No,
I noticed that your lead's gone. Your lead collection's gone quite high now, Snobby.
No, they've actually removed the tiles. They've removed probably about 8 to 10 tiles in these certain areas of the roof, and it's almost like someone in the background that's getting a backhander. Go round to that pub. Right, I want you to open it up and then leave it a few weeks and then go back and burn it down. Right, then it's gone. It won't be rebuilt.
And they've all been emptied for
about... did try to come back in.
And they've all been empty for a long, long time.
Well, the one in Exeter at the moment was burnt down for arsonist. Went to that was bad. But the only problem is they can't find ignition. They just couldn't find ignition, and that was on the paper. That was. And then 3 months later, it went straight to court because the person who owned it said, well, we don't know why. And then they found the source of it in the loft, in the actual loft. And they said, well, why was ignition in the loft? There's nothing in the loft to ignite it. They put it down to electrical fire. And it went to court because they couldn't find it. It's ridiculous. It's still going on today. It's still going on.
Welcome back, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Oh, he's struggling back, Ken. Yeah, what they don't want the old school generation going down the pub having meetings, almost like us guys all going down the pub because we don't do that anymore.
The cafe is just opened up here. It's got an IT cafe. Basically, you've got 24 basic tables, and they put power supplies and Ethernet, Wi-Fi, whatever you call it, in it. And literally supply the meals and drinks. As long as they bring the computer, they can just sit down and relax. And it's like spaced out, and it's really big. And that's not too bad. And that's one way to get around things.
I mean, all these precautions that they've been putting in many shots with this plastic screening and you know, all these things that they've been doing. How long are these going to hang around for? Is this something that's going to be more enforced in the future and they're going to stay there forever? I mean, you know, I do see that our country in general has changed massively, right? Massively over the last 10 years, massively changed. And there's a lot more aggression, even on the streets, on the roads. There's a lot more road rage on the roads because people are living in the fast lane. You know, if you're an old age pensioner, you don't drive like a lunatic, right? But there's people bibbing up, come on, move yourself, come on, I've got to get there, I've got to get here, and all this type of thing. Our whole system has completely changed. There's a lot more aggressiveness in the shops. And I've sometimes wondered whether these plastic barriers are sometimes put there to slow this aggression down. You know, because when we queue up at a bus stop, right? If we ever queue up at a bus stop, right, generally the first person that queued up there is first to get on the bus, and so on and so on down the line, right? But then you get these hanger-oners that hang around at the front of the queue and want to jump on that bus before 10 people have queued up before them, right? Yeah. And that causes animosity. It causes problems because we have a system in our country. Almost, you're first at the bus stop, you're first to get on it, right? Yeah. So on and so on. And then you get these others that have not got a clue. Yeah. They want to stand there because where they come from, one for all, for one. You know, I'm on first. I'm not worried about you queuing up before me. A bit like East Croydon's train station at 7:30 in the morning. Just to slow things down a little bit.
There was a bus driver at the moment, got his plastic screen punched. The inspector was getting on, and the inspector there said, "Can you please, everyone that got the mask, can you please make sure you've got it on?" Being polite, being nice. And this one guy just got up and just smacked the screen and said, "I don't need to do this. I don't want this." And the guy was like kicking off. I was like, well, he's only been polite. He's asking nicely. There's no actual official law. If he's a polite advice, you know what I mean, advice. But the inspector just kicked him off and said, "Look, mate, you can't argue on this bus. I'm the inspector." And he's like, "Goodbye." It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Does Ken need to refresh his page?
I think he needs to refresh, He
had problems all night last night. Ken was up and down like a jack in a box.
It's his green screen, I think, is taking a process power.
I'm gonna refresh.
Refresh your page, Ken.
Hold on.
When he turned his green screen off last night, it seemed to sort it out.
Yeah, hold on.
Really notice. 3 of us got stripes.
Everyone else is fine.
Not 3.
Yeah, so I sometimes wonder whether all these precautions are just put in to perhaps slow the aggression down and getting a little bit uptight, without any shadow of a doubt. It does cause animosity even between family. You know, it can do. I mean, look, Conker might remember this, and I'm not sure whether Ali and Mick will, but many years ago when Thatcher and all that was in power, right, they sort of divided families up, right? Families had to move apart because they couldn't stay in the one area together. So that family went off that way, that family went off that way, and families started to split apart and everything like that. And now this one today seems like it's even them little family units that were left are not allowed to see each other at the moment, which, you know, is now putting a wedge, dividing.
What was that? What was that driven by, Snob? Because I don't recall that. I'm a little bit too young, so I don't recall that.
Well, I think sometimes the right to buy back in the day, that definitely divided things. And you know, I'm talking about maybe the East End of London, where, you know, you had a community, you had people looked after each other.
There's a lot of overspill as well, Snobby, going on.
Yes.
They had the overspill. They shipped people out to different parts of the country. Down where I originally come from in Dorset, there's a big influx of people, Londoners. They call them Londoners. That's what they were. They come from really nice people, but they split up all the family units, and that's what happened. Yeah.
And what do you reckon about this feeding the kids then? Anybody's opinion on it? And the MPs, they've dropped the ball on that one, haven't they?
What?
About not feeding the kids, the MPs.
Well, on that subject, right, and it seems to be an individual football player that's making a bit of a stir about this, right? Now, we all know what these football players earn every single week. They're on probably £200,000-300,000 a week.
Yeah.
Right? Money that we're never, ever likely to see in our lifetime, right? So you only need to get, say, 100 football players together. Job done, innit?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, they're getting 200, 300 grand a week for playing football. Well,
It's
you know,
obscene. Snobby, it's obscene.
it's stupid.
Yeah, all Morrison's have given you a bag and you can put the food in it and literally for the kids and you go to the checkout, pay for that and then hand it into the food bank. But the problem at the moment is there's a poor young lady at the moment. It's 23, 2 kids, has just lost the job, lost everything, basically because of this COVID thing. And she's just been told she's going to wait for 18 weeks now for benefits. 18 weeks for benefits for the poor thing, which is fine. She's okay. She gets some extra money. She gets some handouts. But they've said that she can't get any extra. She can't get any help, nothing hardly, except for the basic benefit for the kids. It's just like the government has lost the bottle.
The only thing I would say, Sparky, where do you stop? I mean, this country's bankrupt now.
Yeah.
Where do you stop? You know, we got nothing. The likes of our kids, our grandchildren, will be paying for this for generations to come.
Conker. I was born into debt by the government.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody.
I had it best, Snobby. I had it best. I'll tell you, I'm 68 next week, right? I've had it the best. Yeah. I grew up. We had nothing when I grew up as a kiddie, but we were always happy. Jobs, I could go from one job to the next on a weekly basis. Yep. I always had money in my pocket. Didn't go on a lot of holidays because, quite frankly, didn't know much about it. But had good health care, plenty of food in my belly. Nowadays, and always the opportunity to move on. We were the best day. We've had it best.
Yeah,
it's
the 7th of November. Ken,
Conker, you had lots of cruises, didn't you?
Do what, mate?
I'm saying you had lots of cruises.
Oh, we've done lots of cruises since, yeah.
You didn't have a lot of holidays, but lots of cruises. How many cruises you had?
That's only happened in about the last 10, 12 years.
Exactly. Same with myself. How many times have you been out the country, Snob? How many times have you been out the country?
How many times?
I'm
talking to Snobby.
I've been out the country 3 times.
I've been
How many times have you been out the country, Sparky?
Pardon?
How many times you left Great Britain?
Twice.
Right. You know, now you top Conker.
How many times?
Yes.
Hundreds.
I couldn't tell you. 50, 60 times.
How many times do you think I've left the country?
No, not once.
Me?
No, me.
Never left the country.
Never left the country in my life. Never been on a plane in my life.
I said we've had the best of it. We could afford to do it. And we go back to
a money thing. It's not a money thing with me, Conker. I've never needed to. There's so many things in this country that I haven't seen yet. I've never really needed to leave the country.
If I could recommend one thing, everybody should experience the power of a jumbo jet.
Yes,
absolutely. To sit in an aeroplane and you sit there and you go back as they accelerate.
That is something else.
The only person I get in that aeroplane.
I won't yet. It's just something I've not experienced yet, you know. I don't really need to leave the country. I mean, I've never been to London and I've never been to Wales, you know. I mean, I've been to England, but I've never been to these places.
London, I've been many times. Sheffield, Manchester, Edinburgh, Waverley. Yeah, I've been up that way.
You'd have to put it on your bucket list, Al.
Oh, I will do. Yet, Snob. I won't get a chance, eh?
Hello, Dick.
I'll probably fly down to Heathrow, eh? All right, Dick.
All right, mate.
I think Kevin wanted the link as well, eh?
I mean, you know, this pandemic that's happened at the moment. I mean, the airlines just alone that have suffered the jobs that we've lost in airlines, but people are still going abroad. People still going to their villas or whatever they've got abroad. It ain't stopping them going and doing what they want to do. So it's still happening, but why are these airlines suffering? You know,
it's crazy.
Very cheap holidays at the moment.
Back, he kicked me out.
Welcome back.
I've been sat down at the bottom watching you. He kicked me out.
Poor old Ken,
Nick
wherever
Jones.
you are, mate. Nice to see you. Enjoying your stream.
He's there. He's
Where
there.
is he?
He's in a chat.
Ah, oh
Dropped the
yeah.
link a couple of seconds ago.
The chat.
He's rebooting.
Yeah, hey, Ken, chuck me
He's
down
there.
for a bit, mate. You know, it's your stream. Chuck me out. It's your stream. I'm happy.
So what's everyone having for Sunday dinner then?
Not actually sure yet, Spark. You had lovely roast beef last week. Awesome it was.
We'll have a chicken, aren't we?
No, we've got our sister-in-law's bought us steak tonight.
I've just been informed by Dusty we have spare ribs with chips and curry sauce.
That's not
I did a Massaman curry last night. Bloody lovely. Whew.
Ooh. Can't go wrong with a good curry.
Hey, Ken, drop me down, mate, so you can get back up on your stream. I don't mind.
You're the life of the party.
You're the life of the party, Conker.
Hey? Yeah.
We all want to be like when we grow older.
Pardon?
We all want to be like you, Coles, when we get older.
You don't want to be in this mode.
Ken says he's boring. Ken's not boring.
I cannot wait to wet myself. I'm looking forward to that.
When you,
Not boring.
you always know when you go to bed, you can sleep like a baby. Cry all night, you wet the bed.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait for them days to happen.
Oh,
hello.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Never trust a fart. They can catch you out, my boy.
I've just recently, Conker, purchased some of these. I'm sure you've got some yourself. They're like
incontinence pants. Can you say, can you send John Log some of them?
Oh Lord!
The worrying thing is, are they supposed to be brown or have not been washed yet?
Let me through it, mate.
hopefully your beer comes through.
Oh, that's the extra small ones then, is it, Snobby?
So there's the back part.
Oh dear Lord!
Looks like Mr. Briggs' feed bag.
No, we've actually had to buy these. We bought 3 of them because one of our dogs now has become really old. And as he's got old, he's become a little bit incontinent. And so these are dog nappies.
Dog nappies, yeah.
Yeah,
But who gets the job of washing them, Snobby?
Not me.
Oh dear Lord! See, that's another thing. I've never ever got over handkerchiefs. I have a real problem with handkerchiefs. Why on earth would you want to put a bit of rag covered in snot and crunchy and God knows what else in your pocket? I've never got it, honestly.
I too can share that pain with you. I never figured out the reason why. When as a young lad, my gran or granddad would have a hanky up their sleeve, which they blow their nose on, and then they would spit on it, and then wipe your face with it, and then put it back on the again. And we were worried about.
You know who invented the handkerchief, don't you?
We were worried about the coronavirus, and you had bogey, snot, and claret, and then a spit wash on top. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
I turned out all right.
Think outside the box. They put these snotty things in the laundry with the rest of your clothes, and you wonder why you get these shirts. You think, what's that on my shirt?
I can remember as a child, right? My grandparents having that same sort of thing. I'd have a runny nose. They'd come over here, blow your nose, and they'd get that hanky out they've been using for a week, and you blow your.
And to top things off, Snobby, it was always worse in the winter because not only did you get like a spit wash with a hanky, but you also got a cut from a frozen bogey at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
There's only one thing worse than that, mate. Is that asking, come on, give your gran a kiss. And they always have this stubble there, you know. You think, no.
I can remember my my great gran. The worst thing for me for my great gran was I went round her house one day and she always had sweets and chocolates and all that sort of stuff. And she had a big bowl of Brazil nuts on the kitchen table. See, on the dining room, the living room table. So there was me about 8 years old crunching these Brazil nuts. Lovely. So I'm glad you ate them. She said I licked all the chocolate off of them.
Oh, yeah.
They always have furry tongues, didn't they?
Yeah, cheers, Gran.
Your grandparents had furry tongues. They stick the tongue. Oh God Almighty!
Yeah.
Oh.
When a dog lick their asses and then lick your face, you know what I mean? That's the worst one.
I don't know. I think chocolate sucked Brazil nuts and then crunching the Brazil nuts after your gran's done every single one was pretty much on the top of the list for me.
I know the initial of the person, of the owner of the handkerchief, why they would have their initials embroidered on the handkerchief.
Yeah. You know who invented handkerchiefs, don't you? The French.
Right.
Which explains a lot. I mean, there's a dirty, filthy habit, isn't it? I mean, it's like dipping your croissants in your cocoa. I mean, who on earth thought about doing that, for God's sake? Imagine you dip a biscuit in your tea, it breaks off, and you're fishing out this slurry, aren't you? But they do it with croissants. Oh, dear, oh God Almighty! But
if you put croissants in a tray, hot chocolate, and then marshmallows, and then in the oven, that is pretty good.
Oh, Sparky, you need help.
No,
you need help, mate. Oh,
Righto, Ed. Take it easy, Ed. See you later on, mate.
Ta-ra, Ed.
Bye, Ed.
Oh, Ken's just said 1.5 hours got to end the stream for this week, guys.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Well, he can always shut it down, can't he?
Yeah, he's got a choice.
He's got to get his coffee. I don't even know why I don't even get a coffee, then start the stream.
Yeah.
I've had two in the space of the stream, man.
Yeah.
2 coffees.
Oh, Conker's gone. Oh, bring back Conker. He'll bring someone else up before he shuts the stream down. I thought I heard him then.
That was Conker, yeah, that was Conker, wasn't it?
Oh, sounded like Conker. I think
Yeah,
he was
I heard Conker laugh. I sure did.
I think it was Sparky, yeah.
It was, yeah.
Take it easy, everyone in the chat.
Oh, they won't go. They won't go yet. Be one of Ken's best streams, this will.
Talking about spit washes and bogeys. Yeah, it's
Oh,
pretty
mate,
good. Well,
Anyway, dropped off then.
yeah, well, I thought I heard you laugh. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's I don't know. I think Ken dropped me down.
You did that to me earlier on.
Oh, dear.
I think Ken's having technical difficulties.
Yeah, he did last night. He had loads. He had loads.
Yeah, I found those kits on eBay, Mick.
Yeah.
I just ordered one, £3.50 from China, aren't they?
Well, why don't you order 2 then? It would have saved me buying one.
What colour is this? Green?
Pink. Pink. Oh, all right. You know your friends are, don't you?
You will do when the postman arrives.
There's always a comeback. You know that.
Yeah, well, that's ordered from China, so it should be here in about 6 years.
Ken's saying it's over. I mean it.
It's over, guys.
Take care. Have a good one, everybody.
See you later.
Go away.
See you on the next one.
All you got to do is push a button, Ken. Just push a button, and it'll all stop.
He means it. Go away.
Conker has a budget. Think of his pension. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a poor man.
No hijack. We're not hijacking nothing. You know, just what we got to do is push a button, Ken, and we'll all stop. We'll all go. when that little red counter goes grey above Ali's head, we know it's over, don't we? We'll all leave then.
Yeah.
We should leave it running and come back in an hour and switch it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, then you get
We'll
extra.
all behave. We'll all behave.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're all well-mannered people.
Oh, Dick can be a little bit unruly at times.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Yeah.
shouting going on there.
I wish Dick would just be quiet for once and let other people talk.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't get a word in.
Taking over the panel like that, Dick, for goodness sake.
Can't get a word in with Dick.
I'm a listener. I'm a very good listener. I'm a very good listener.
We heard you listening to your daughter last time. She was telling you off in your shed.
Oh, she was giving me a roll. Earful.
Yeah, we heard.
God. That's what I have to deal with on a daily basis. Little terror.
Right in the private chat.
Right. Well, one of us better go because I've got some stuff to do.
Well,
I'm going to go cook a curry.
I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thoroughly
yeah.
enjoyed your company as always.
Yeah.
I'll probably speak to you all later on anyway. All right.
Yeah, no problem.
All the best. Cheers, guys.
And then there was 4. So anyway,
What's the next subject?
Has he shut the stream down now, or?
No, it's still going.
No.
Oh,
Carry on. What's the next subject?
Oh, I'm just saying, got to be careful with the P's and Q's still. Then.
Yeah, at the moment.
He can't shut it down, Snob, because I think his machine is locked up, eh?
Oh, what? The internet?
Aye.
Yeah, because this is a completely different thing from anything else, isn't it? This StreamYard.
Yep.
And if you ain't got no signal, shut it down just yet.
So the stream will just carry on now.
Yeah, he might come back.
Think of the viewing time he's got on it. He'll have some viewing time in about 8 to 18 hours.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be here for 18 hours.
No, me neither.
No, I can't sit here for 18 hours myself. I'd be